Good day, brothers and sisters. This is your host, Job Maraga from Marang Spiritual Ministries. Brothers and sisters, today I'm struggling a bit with flu, so my voice is not what it is supposed to be, but I hope you'll still hear what I have to say. So, brothers and sisters, today I want to talk about the leaders that I have prophesied about. The leaders that I have prophesied about. And brothers and sisters, I'm not here to put myself on a pedestal. However, I'm here to say to you, those of you who have been following the videos that I have produced, that I have recorded, especially the prophecies, I want you to go back to what I have said so that you can see whether I'm still on track or I'm missing the main thing by a mile, as they say. Let the main thing be the main thing. So, brothers and sisters, we know that prophecies are given all over the world by different people. And of course, a prophecy is a prophecy. You can just repeat the story of Jacob or the story of Joseph in the Bible and customize it to an individual that you prophesy into. That is the reason why the Bible says that anybody and everybody can prophesy. However, to have a prophetic gift is something else. It is different because you see things differently, you hear things differently, and you probably operate from a different dimension. So I want to talk about the presidents that I have prophesied about. And of course, you can go back, brothers and sisters, and check whether I missed it or I saw it. I may not have given you all the details that you are expecting. I have seen, brothers and sisters, some people who analyze prophecies. I have seen that they are thorough. They go to probably the last degree to question whoever that was given the prophecy, whether they got the color right, was it silver, was it gold, and all of that. That shows you, brothers and sisters, the level of ignorance out there, because at times you are just given a picture. The same as with all the other prophets, your Isaiahs, your Jeremiahs, you are given what you are given, and you have to do best with the information that you have. So, brothers and sisters, this is by no means to say that don't criticize the prophecies that I've given. I'm simply saying that the mere fact that you have seen something and the mere fact that you have heard something, that by itself is significant. So let's talk about the presidents that I prophesied about, and of course the videos are on YouTube. No one can say that I'm making it up as I go along. So the first president that I prophesied about, of course, we have seen my latest video about the ANC. It is detailed, brothers and sisters. I did not edit that video one bit. Even the language errors that I made, I left them there so that I can look back and say, I did my best. I didn't edit anything. The way you see it is the way I did it. President Ramaphosa, as I've said, the Lord asked me or commanded me at some stage to stand in the gap for him at almost the very beginning of his presidency, second term, yes, almost towards the end of his first and towards the end of his first term and the beginning of the new term. As I said, we started off in September. And I've been standing in the gap for President Ramaphosa. As I've said, he may not understand what I'm saying now, but yes, we had quite a number of meetings in the realm of the Spirit. It happens, brothers and sisters. Those of you who know what I'm talking about, they know what I'm talking about. If you are gifted to be a seer, you sit with somebody the way I'm looking at you, and you discuss things, and they tell you things, and you tell them things. So I have said at length the things that I wanted to be in the general public about my discussion or my discussions with President Ramaphosa. And then, brothers and sisters, I have also highlighted, in as far as President Ramaphosa is concerned, I've highlighted the challenges that are lying ahead. And of course, I will always ask you, brothers and sisters, to keep him in prayer. Pray for him, because there will be challenges going forward. Brothers and sisters, that was President Ramaphosa. The second president that I saw is President Biden. And as I've said, my encounter with President Biden in the realm of the Spirit was very brief. It was very brief in the sense that I was shown a meeting which took place. When I say took place in the realm of the Spirit, the meeting has already taken place. Whether it has not manifested in the physical is another topic for another day. But the meeting took place, and I was told in advance what the discussions were all about, especially the part that I spoke about, which is significant to raise the profile of President Ramaphosa, certainly all over the world. When the time is right and I'm allowed to speak about it, I will do that. But if I'm not allowed to speak about it, it will only be disclosed. If they were to ask me, it will only be disclosed to the two leaders, so that I can prove to them that whatever that I said is the truth. Either the American president, President Biden, or President Ramaphosa, if God Almighty does not command me to disclose that specific part, which is of course a bit sensitive. Presidents know more than you can think, brothers and sisters. I know that spiritually we believe that they don't know. No, they know. They know what is happening. That is the second president. The third president that I prophesied about is certainly President Trump of the U.S. The video is there, brothers and sisters. You can go and watch it. I did not say that President Trump will be shot. I said that I saw President Trump in a stadium which was empty, and he was in tears. So I've got a theory, brothers and sisters, why I was given that kind of a revelation and not the entire revelation. As I said, two things. The Lord showed me His Spirit as He departed, because as President Trump himself said, that he was supposed to be dead, and I was commanded to stand in the gap for him, which I did. I am not claiming the prize. I'm sure there are millions and millions of people who prayed for President Trump, and they continue to pray for him. I am not saying that I reversed everything. I'm just saying that I was one of those who was commanded to stand in the gap for him. That is the one explanation that I can give, because the stadium was empty. The second explanation that I can give is simply that he is not going to win the elections, the 2024 elections. The empty stadium could mean that you've got no audience. So I don't know, brothers and sisters, I don't want to claim to be knowing what the exact or the true meaning of the vision that I saw is, but it could be one of the two. So that is how far it goes with President Trump, who is the third president that I have prophesied about. The fourth president that I have prophesied about is President Putin of Russia. I have stated already in 2023 that I saw him and I saw the flag, the Russian flag, and I saw the Russian tanks heading towards the Israeli-Syrian border. I said that. And of course, in 2023, I had already prophesied in Naki's show. There's a lady that interviewed me, Naki. I had already prophesied in her podcast that I saw the Prime Minister of Israel, Prime Minister Netanyahu, I saw him running for cover as the Russian tanks started rolling. Now, brothers and sisters, you can go and check that prophecy. It is there on YouTube and see what I've said. There's actually 2 of them. And then go back to the Middle East currently and tell me what you're seeing. Is there no third party involved? There is. There are even allegations that suggest that these third parties, meaning Hezbollah and the other third parties, are being sponsored by Russia. But as I said, for me, I saw the Russian president and the Russian flag heading towards that border. And I saw the Prime Minister of Israel running for cover. So brothers and sisters, it may well be that spark that I spoke about is yet to take place. And we may see Russia directly involved in a war against Israel, plus the other organizations in the Middle East or other countries in the Middle East. So that was President Putin, Prime Minister Netanyahu. I have already highlighted that they were in one vision. Him and President Putin, they were in one vision. He saw the Russian army and the Russian tanks heading towards the Syria-Israeli border, and he had to be whisked away to safety. So, brothers and sisters, those are the world leaders that I have seen in visions and in dreams. And of course, like I said, the prophecies are out there. You don't have to believe me. You can go back and check what I had prophesied in as far as they are concerned and whether it has come to pass or not, except for the prophecy that I gave about President Ramaphosa and President Biden. I clearly said that I see in the past and I see in the present. And to be on the safe side, I know that they had met previously. And to be on the safe side, I know that they could still meet going forward. And I said, it doesn't matter whether the meeting in the natural or in the physical has taken place or not, or it is yet to take place. What matters is that the message that the Lord has given me will only be known by either one of them. It cannot be known by anyone. They will know also that I wasn't there. I didn't record them. So somebody must have told me exactly what they discussed. And as I said, it's going to be something very fundamental. And then also, I have mentioned the incumbent in the ANC who is about to ascend to power. And I've also highlighted what are the conditions. And he's also a senior person, brothers and sisters. So he is a leader by himself. I have spoken about the other 2 leaders of another political party in South Africa, the leader and the deputy. I have already given a prophecy about what is going to happen. What I just didn't do, I didn't mention their names. And it is for good reasons, brothers and sisters, because all my attempts to speak to them had failed, and I said that the way it's going to end, it is not pleasing to the eye. So that is the reason why I tried my best to get through to these two leaders, to speak to them, to highlight what is coming. And I couldn't. I was shut out. I'm merely recording it, but I am not going to mention names. But you will see as the events unfold who was I referring to. So I've seen that. And also, brothers and sisters, there is a family in South Africa that I've seen. They are billionaires. Yes, I have seen that. And at some stage, I was told to stand in the gap for one of the family members. But again, the truth is that I didn't even bother. I didn't even bother trying to reach out to this family because of the protocols and the battles to get through to the intended recipients. I'm just happy, brothers and sisters, that whatever that I was asked to do or commanded to do has been done, and everybody's safe. So yes, there has been many leaders that I have prophesied about, that I have seen. I have heard their cries. They are human beings. They go through some rough times. They've got some serious decisions to make. And I believe that is the reason why God will have people like us to advise them, even if it's from a distance, to advise them, to pray for them, to stand in the gap for them. And of course, there are other leaders also that I saw that are not worth mentioning because of the darkness and the bad things that they are involved in, and it will be pointless. So those kind of leaders, we simply wear our warrior outfit and fight for the people who are under their spells. So brothers and sisters, I just thought that we should keep an eye on the Middle East, because you will see at some stage I will connect the dots. And the dots will be connected. You will see that the dots are nicely connected, and you will understand why the dots are nicely connected, as I have just mentioned. So brothers and sisters, those are the leaders that I have prophesied about. And I urge you to check what I have said, what I have prophesied so far, because it doesn't come from me. I may not nail the prophecy to a T, to the last detail, the timing, the colors, the distance between whoever and whoever. I may not do it because I'm still human and I'm still fallible. I can only interpret to the best of my ability. But they are out there. Those of you who are keen to check them out, do that. Brothers and sisters, your host, Job Moraka from Marang Spiritual Ministries. Thank you and goodbye.